G'day, I'm Blxz and welcome back to Distant Worlds universe. So continuing on, we have found ourselves a brand new ship over in the middle of nowhere and has boarded it. No one was on board and we've taken control. Now it doesn't have a hyperdrive, but it does have some shields. Let's have a look at what this thing has. Has a couple of energy torpedoes, some upgraded reactors, countermeasures, shields, combat targeting. Not a bad ship. Now what really makes me wonder is, can we pull this thing apart and study it? Let's send it to the nearest shipyard and have them rip it apart. It's not going to be huge use to us later on. It does need refueling. No, it doesn't. It's got loads of fuel left. What are you talking about? Anyway, this one is, let's have a quick look. You head over here. Check out this moon. So what have we got over here? We have a very tiny amount of helium. That's no good. And some decent stuff over here. Lead and a little bit more steel. Steel is very useful for all sorts of construction. It looks like we've found a brand new race. Where is this race? How have we found them? They are a hell of a lot more powerful than us. And they're annoyed with us. Let's have a look at their military strength is, well, it's a lot more than ours. It's it's a lot more than ours. So they do not like us because they've just met us and we're foreign to them. They don't like foreigners, but this will dissipate with time, provided no other negatives come on board. Now the question is, where are they? I can't... There they are. They've landed in that moon and they're warping around. It's lucky we got this ship out here. What I would actually like to do, and give me a second, I'm just going to double check that my sound effects are still on. I can't seem to hear them, which is a little bit difficult, because I do like sound effects to let me know when something has completed. Now, I have turned music off, as you... well, that's a little bit loud. I have turned music off, because that is what gave me the copyright strike. Somehow this beautiful opera space music, which you will not be hearing, I will have another track put in to cover it, was considered to be some sort of hip-hop music, some dude putting out some false claims, so that is a little bit unfortunate. Do we know what's over here? Let's build our mining station, and no, we don't know, but he will uncover it when he gets there. So you're going to have to be listening to some different music, but I'm sure we will all get over that. I'm sure it'll be beautiful. What are you doing? You're doing nothing. This construction ship I'm actually going to get to come out to this planet and begin repairing this old Hulk, the Whaling Predator. Now this ship is possibly going to be very similar to the other one, but it has been totally destroyed. We can't pilot it or take command. It's basically a wreck. While we're repairing it though, we will get a research bonus. Repairing advanced tech. That is something to keep an eye out for. Got quite a little bit of money now, so I'm going to cut this one down a significant chunk. Let's put it down to, let's go 5%. We're going to be generous. That may well put us into the negative. We will find out when the next tick comes. Yeah, it's a small negative, but that's 600 a year. We have a lot of years worth of money left. Now let's have a look. What other traits did we... Yep, that's going to be annoying. I'm going to need a military to go kill that. Actually, I have myself a military. Where is my military ship? Why don't you swing by and try and take out these guys? Hopefully you don't... Oh, wait, don't retire. There we go, that finally worked. Like that gold asteroid, we'll be able to build a tourist base out there. Hopefully this guy won't get ripped apart and destroyed, but it will give us our first taste of battle. Oh, there's another one there as well. Okay, they're ripping into him, going right through his shields as well, but they won't get through the armour. His advanced tech, yeah, it's just ripping through them. Done, that's those ones done. He is getting reasonably damaged though. Let's have a... okay, just the armor's been ripped apart. So fuel cell, shields. This guy's actually getting quite damaged now. Some of the HAB modules and life support. So we're going to have to be very careful. His fuel has gone right down. So I'd actually like you to... let's retire you at the shipyard. You've done your job. You're not going to survive another battle with space slugs. Ooh, what are you doing? You are being scared off by them. It may well be time to consider investing in a small military. Before I do that though, I'd really like to have warp fields set up. I've been going nice and slow at the beginning. I do quite enjoy these slow starts. They don't always make the best YouTube videos, but it will help people get in with the game a little bit more. And we have ourselves a fleet admiral already. This one is only good at boarding assault strength, which is not hugely useful, although there is a chance they will learn more skills. I don't really think they're going to be particularly useful, although we may actually end up doing a boarding fleet. Let's have a look at our ship captain. Only good for fighters, so I might stick him on a carrier when we eventually get that done. Yeah, nothing particularly useful here. But if you do want to be renamed after that, by all means drop a comment and I will stick you on the list. What I'm actually going to do now for the time being is drop a pause in the video, bit of a cut here, and I will come back when something more interesting does happen. Alrighty, and welcome back. Looks like we have had a couple of updates in the meantime. We've met a couple of new races. We have met the Diots, which are these funny, in the base game they look like spiders. In this particular mod they are, well, they're spiders in space helmets. Very, very similar. You've also unlocked a special sort of a technology government called the Way of the Ancients. This is unlocked by event. It's a very powerful, but it's a good side. There's another one called the Way of Darkness, which is a little bit cliched, but the Way of Darkness is the very powerful, evil sort of side, and those kind of governments hate each other. So people who want those benefits will naturally start to form alliances against each other. So this guy here, they do like us because we're both insectoid kind of people, and they also like our style of government because we're at least partially good. We're not like a hive mind or an evil dictatorship. So although they distrust us because we're new aliens, they have a couple of benefits for us, and because of that we've signed a free trade. We've also got the Napor. They're a technocracy, which is well, they like technology. These are fairly stupid sort of robot things, but they think they are living beings, and yeah, a few things going on there. And the Atuks, well, nothing much is happening with them just yet. Can we see anyone on the map yet? Yes, now we have a free trade agreement. We have found out that the spider people are quite a long way away, so hopefully we won't be engaging with them just yet. Now what has happened, and probably happened quite some time ago, I probably didn't notice, is that we have a couple of technologies I would like to add onto this base. So we're going to auto upgrade, and we're going to edit it. Now the Tasmanian one, not the Tasmanian one, our small spaceport is called the Tasmanian. This one is going to be called the Australis. Our medium spaceport, the Australis class spaceport. Now you will notice that a lot of these have turned white, and that is because we now have the resources to actually build them. We still don't have the resources necessary for a mining engine, and I will figure that out later, but let's do a good upgraded spaceport here. Maxos blasters, yeah, we can remove those for now. I would like to put something else on later, and right now they're not hugely useful. Things are looking pretty good. I would like to get... yeah, so what I'm going to put on is energy collectors. We're going to need enough energy collection to do our static energy output, or static energy usage. Now what this will do is we'll stop our reactors from firing all the time, so we won't be burning through our fuel when we're just sitting there not doing anything. And that's what our spaceport is going to be doing most of the time. I would also like to throw on a medical center. That'll help the people on our planet. And I believe there is an entertainment sector somewhere. Unless I haven't finished researching it and I've come back here too early. Oh, there we are, recreation centre. I swear when you're on camera you can't find anything you're looking for. We have no shields or anything else just yet, so we'll have to come back when we've got weapons and whatnot to put on as well. But the Australis class is now ready. It's a minor upgrade and we can put more onto it later. But for the time being, let's go. Yep, I will get to that later. Let's go and upgrade our small spaceport into, can't be done there. Let's retrofit it into an Australis class. And what this will do, there's only a few extra parts it has to add to it. So hopefully it won't take too long. But this will allow us to essentially bump up the happiness on our population down here. Now we have 18% growth per annum, which has put us up to just short of 10 billion cockroaches on this planet. Our cockroach people are doing pretty well. If you are interested in reading about it, feel free to pause. But that is our entire life story. It's a bit of a bio anyway, and there's our other stuff down here. We are doing reasonably well in terms of population growth. We're pretty prolific breeders, and unfortunately, those guys are still there. We have ourselves our medium spaceport. This, ooh. Do we trade with you very much? They're now pleased with us. I'll treat it on offer. I thought we had that for a second. Do we share much trade? We share 16k and actually quite a lot of trade. Well, if I accept that offer, that'll start giving us bonus income, which is a bit of bonus cash flow. We can always break that later when we eventually begin exterminating them. But this larger spaceport will actually begin prompting more construction of civilian ships. It does have a higher maintenance cost, but that's fine. I think we will manage. Anyway, what I'm going to do... Ooh, monetary gift. Yeah, very generous, thank you. It actually takes 2 years to earn that much, so that's actually fairly good. We have a very low tax rate though, and our population growth has gone up slightly because of the happiness and medical facilities on the planet helping out, or in the space orbit helping out. So that will make a bit of a difference later on. It's also bumping up our maximum research, which has gone up by about 70,000 since the beginning of the game. So we're doing pretty well, I think. But, failing anything else happening, I am going to pause a little bit further until we end up getting through to our first military ships. And welcome back. Looks like we have finally finished repairing this ship out in the middle of nowhere. Let's have a quick look at it. It is a funny looking ship, quite a different design. It's actually closer to some of our ships than to some of the other ones we've been finding. It has... that's because I'm looking at the Kangaroo class. No wonder it looks like ours. Let's have a look at the actual ship behind it. This is the one we've just repaired. It has phaser cannons, which is interesting because we have just finished development of our own phaser, which is far superior to this one. It does have point defense cannons. That may be a little bit interesting. Has an assault pod, a cloaking field. I don't know exactly how they work. I think they just stop you being detected by sensors. Has very good reactors, decent armor, and there's some good engines and whatnot. It's pretty good. It's a sort of a second tier ship, but again, without any hyperdrive, it's not a huge amount of use to us. Definitely a lot bigger than what we can build, but I think we are going to, first of all, send it down here to destroy... where were they? There are a couple of bugs somewhere. Interrupting, I can't seem to find that. Asteroid field, that is a problem with things that orbit. It should be, here they are right in front of me. I'm going to send it down here to kill some of these bugs, and that'll help stop these guys from being scared away from trying to mine this field here in the centre. Also, what is about to happen is we are about to finish, there we go, hyperdrives. We now have hyperdrives, in which case this ship, let's lock onto it, you can actually go and scrap it near a shipyard. We'll take your technology out at our own time. What I'd like to do, however, is now, let's quickly grab some new tech. Shields might be useful, and I'll figure out what I'm doing later. we're now going to begin construction, or begin design, of a brand new ship. And it's going to be, let's just do an escort here. We're going to upgrade, so there's any base tech that can be in there can be upgraded. So let's put a better reactor on and so on and so forth. These MacLeod blasters are pretty much going to be of no use. Now let's go down. We're going to throw on a couple of stinger beams. This will be our phaser. Yeah, very interesting sort of a phaser. I reckon if we can fit, not a chance. So if we can fit 5 on, it's going to have no armor and no shields. This is going to be a very weak ship, but it's going to be fast, which is important. And it's going to have not enough excess energy to fire all its weapons, in which case that additional reactor will come in handy. Oh, I want to have that. We don't have enough space to stick that on. Yes. So the extra reactor is actually not enough to power it up fully. And one reactor, how big is one reactor? 22. So we don't have enough space to put it on. So we can't actually go at the full speed of this warp drive. But it's a very inefficient engine. And as we get better ones, we will be able to unlock more of our speed for less energy. But this is a fairly basic ship. But I'm going to call it the, it's a capital city, I need a smaller town, it's called the Cairns class. This is a Cairns class escort. Cairns is a relatively small town up on near the Great Barrier Reef, up in northern Queensland, at the top right of the country. And it's a regional town, that's good. A good name for a ship of this size, I think. So we are going to build, yep, I still haven't designed a passenger ship, but that is totally irrelevant, because we don't need them at the moment. Oh, got the wrong thing selected. Let's check our medium spaceport, and you can bump out, let's say, 20 Cairns class cruisers. That's a fair, hefty chunk. We've got the money for it, and that'll be good. Now we can build, I believe, 6 at a time. So these first 6 are going to be getting built, and they're being built very quickly. But if I have a quick look at the 7th one, it is still at 22 components. And then as soon as the other ones finish, this one will begin construction. There we go, the first 6 are done, in a funny order. Looks like they're already going up to start killing things. Let's have a quick look what they do. At least I assume they're going to kill things. There they are, they're attacking down here. I wouldn't get too close, you have no armor and no shields. But I don't know what they're doing. Looks like the AI is not sure what it's doing. Let's tell them to come down and attack this space slug. Oh, there's more of them coming, that's what they were doing. They were waiting for a lot of them. But open fire? That is really odd. It could be a bug because there's no... Oh, no, I see what's going on. We have been put under blockade by... Oh, wow, these guys are very, very powerful. Then they're the Way of Darkness, and because we are trading the Way of the Ancient People, this could well be the end of this LP. I haven't even uploaded the first episode yet, so we could have ourselves a bit of a problem here. But I believe this is actually going to be a good position to put a bit of a cliffhanger down. Our new ships have been built, but the enemy has come in and they are huge. They are a hell of a lot more powerful than we are. I have no idea where they've even come from. I can see a couple of things out there. There's a ping of something, but I have no idea where these guys have come from, and they're very powerful. They may well, they haven't declared war yet, but they may well destroy us. It is lucky that I did manage to recruit a couple of infantry forces before on the planet, but this is going to be nowhere near enough to stop a full-blown invasion should that actually happen. Anyway, I have been Blxz. This has been Distant Worlds Universe, and it may well be the second last episode if things go badly next time. If not, who knows, we may continue on and thrive and still take over the universe as our cockroach ancestors always willed it to be. But as always, take care, and I'll see you next time.